there, Rich Oswald here. Been meaning to go live and have videos out on Facebook as well as YouTube for quite a long time. I think, well, there now it's recording. I think Rich Oswald here. Just for case it wasn't recording, uh, Lakes Counseling Center. Been meaning to put videos out for a long time now, and finally are taking the plunge to do so. Been looking at this quote that says, "If you don't fail, you're not even trying," and so I'm going to try, and hopefully I learned something from this, and maybe you learn a little bit as well. But I thought I'd just go over a little bit of who I am, why I do what I do, maybe some of my thoughts on stuff, just to give you a flavor for who I am and why I do what I do, and also just to try this out and break through my fear. So hopefully we can walk through this a little bit together, and it is beneficial for all of us. So, why do I do what I do? What's my heart? Um, Individuals are important, and the foundation of humanity is people, right? That's kind of the point of humanity. But I believe God created us, and He loves and made each one of us special, and we're all important, from the ones in our culture that we think are super important and very popular and knowledgeable to the ones who most nobody even knows. And we all have the same value, right? We're all made in the image of God. We all uh, were given, bestowed upon us that value. And God died for each and every one of us, and Jesus did. And so it needs to imply that we're valuable. I talk about the gospel message is that Jesus came and died for us, and look at the idea that we uh, we would take a bullet for somebody we love. We would sacrifice our lives. We would surrender uh, our ability to go on in this life to rescue or save somebody else's life. And that's normal. That's natural. We would do that. But a lot of us would have a real tough time sacrificing for somebody that hates our guts. That's much more difficult to think about because we tend not to value that person. But in essence, God did value us while we are His enemies and sent Jesus for us. So we are of immeasurable value. And another thing that drives me is kind of the idea that there's more. There's more to this life. There's more to things that we do, and there's more to what we see. There's things beyond it, and there's things that have power and meaning and influence. Right? Science is still trying to figure out how the brain and that connects with these unseen things. Um, and like Simon Sinek, if you look up him, he's very much about the why. I am too. I think we can answer a lot of the questions of why, and I think we need to. We need to challenge those assumptions that we can make, and some of the assumptions we've been taught to make, and that there are reasons why we do what we do, what we think, and why we feel what we feel. You know what? And I'm just like you. I'm human. I have my own story, and we share some of this as we go along. Uh, but recognize I've got my own issues, my own insecurities, my own questions, my own journey, my own trials and errors and conflicts and disappointments, as well as successes. So I am bring that to my counseling stuff as well. I've shared with different people how I'm kind of in similar places to some of the people I sit with. So uh, I am not above anybody. I just have been given some education, some experience, and a blessing, a skill set that works to help a lot of people. Um, I do have a lot to share. My info might not be unique. I kind of bring pieces together from a bunch of different sources, and sometimes I don't even remember where they came from. So if I happen to share something that you feel is yours, my apologies. You can let me know that you're the one that said that, and I'll recognize you. So, but I try to put that together in my own unique perspective because I'm unique, just like each and every one of us is unique. So I have my story and my things that bring a perspective that may help individuals um, different than somebody else could. So I'm here for that. I challenge assumptions. I've kind of always sort of been that way of wanting to know, like I mentioned before, why do we do this? And just because we do it doesn't really answer my question. I want to know, well, what's the meaning behind it. Maybe there are really important things driving what we do, but sometimes I think we lose the why. And sometimes I think we lose the why we did it in the first place really wasn't that beneficial or helpful. So we do ourselves a good favor if we question assumptions and find that sometimes we have assumptions that we've been treated that keep us locked in to not having more of the life we really want to have. And one more thing, I think we all make sense. Humans make sense. As much as we might think we're illogical and weird and strange, we kind of are, but at the same time, we follow some pretty big patterns and we follow things that got established in the original way we were made, but also kind of what our corruptedness and our sin and our selfishness did to it and did to us. But if we look at humanity through an understanding of Scripture and uh, biblical principles, as well as the science and study, because neither of them are exclusive, we can see and better understand people. And I will hopefully share some of that stuff as we go along as well. But I wanted to at least bust out my fear and reach out and let people on Facebook know and other people know that I really have a heart to help you. And if this is helpful for somebody, by all means, love to hear about it. If there's something you want me to talk about specifically, I'm glad to do that as well. Hopefully, as I continue to bust out of my own fear, I make a YouTube channel and maybe some classes and some things that can pass on more of my experience and education. So for now, I'm going to sign off and have a great day. Bye.